Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. I am Ryan Bowling. Thank you all for joining me. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. Thank God that we have made it through another year. Unfortunately, we're starting this new year off the wrong way when in reference to the U.S. boxing, okay, which is over both male and female boxing. And according to this article I'm about to read, essentially, they're saying that now for 2024, they're going to allow biological males who believe that they're women, they're going to allow these biological males to compete with biological females in boxing under certain conditions. So this raises a question to me, a question that I have answered in a video almost like over a year ago. But I want to answer that question in this video, okay? Because I don't want you to have to go all the way back to try to find out what it is. And that is, where are the feminists? Where are the feminists? I'm going to explain to you why you don't hear anything from feminists and something that obviously should be something that they should be speaking against. So let's get right into this article. See, when it comes to the radical left, every year is a new agenda push for them. But it says, U.S. boxing, the governing body that oversees amateur and Olympic boxing in the United States, has decided to let trans fighters hit female fighters under certain regulatory conditions beginning in 2024. The organization's transgender policy stipulates that all fighters under 18 compete according to their birth gender. However, transgender fighters over the age of 18 will be allowed to compete in the gender category of their choice as long as they follow certain regulations. Now, listen to these regulations, right? And when I read these regulations, those that, okay, that's fair, that makes sense, but not really. They must meet certain criteria, including declaring their new gender identity, completing gender reassignment surgery, and regular hormone testing, the Daily Mail reports. Both male and female transgender athletes must have undergone quarterly hormone testing and provided U.S. boxing with documentation of their hormone levels for a minimum of 4 years following surgery. Furthermore, fighters who transition from male to female, quote, must demonstrate that their total testosterone level in serum has been below 5 NMOL/L, capital L, for at least 48 months prior to her first competition. So I'm assuming that basically what that is about is it has to do with those hormone levels that give men physical strength. They give them biological physical strength and so forth. That has to be down. Their total testosterone level in serum must remain at this level throughout the period of desired eligibility to compete in the female category. So that's basically the conditions that has to be met, right? Okay, so let me read you this. This is from the editor of the article. It says, without a trace of irony, U.S. Boxing said on Friday, the purpose of this policy is to provide fairness and safety for all boxers. Really? Oh, man. You would think, where's the feminists here? Anyway, the regulations put in place by U.S. Boxing will do nothing to ensure the safety of female fighters for reasons that were already clearly established by transgender swimmer Leah Thomas. Now, obviously, this is the viewpoint of the editor of this particular article, but I wanted to read this viewpoint because it has a lot of factual data in it. It says, Thomas, a thoroughly mediocre male swimmer who ranked 462 nationally in the men's category. Wow. This piece of, Lord have mercy. Ugh. Set records and smashed through a field of accomplished Olympic-level female swimmers in the women's category, even though he had been taking testosterone blockers for at least 18 months before the NCAAs. So that goes to show you right there that these so-called testosterone blockers that I'm assuming that were designed to decrease his physical strength and so forth, it wasn't working. He still had an advantage. Thomas beat Emma Wyand, who won a silver medal in an Olympic individual event. He beat Erica Sullivan, another Olympic silver medalist. Plus, he beat Brooke Ford, a member of the U.S. Olympic silver medal winning team in 2020. Thomas proved what sports scientists such as Rush Tucker have been saying. Even an average male athlete on testosterone therapy will be dominant against female athletes. That's all I'm going to read right there. You guys can read the rest of that article if you want in the description box below. But you get the point. Get the point. We can go all day about. I'm not about to go into an analysis of this loser biological male. He's a loser. Okay, I'm not going to go into any analyzing that, because anybody with eyes to see and a brain to think should already know that this man/female, whatever, is a loser. He figured he couldn't compete in the male swimming, so he starts competing in the female swimming because he figures that they'll let him do it. Unbelievable. So this leads back to my question. Where are the feminists? Why aren't the feminists crying out against this? Wouldn't this be something that would be a perfect platform for the feminists who are all about equal rights for women? This would be a perfect platform for them to cry out and say that this is not equal. Why are they why are they silent? I'm going to tell you why. They're silent because they're part of the individuals that's pushing this transgender agenda on women. Now you may say, wait a minute, ain't they supposed to be the ones that's supposed to be equal rights for women? Radical feminism was never about equal rights for women. Never. Radical feminism is designed to destroy the male patriarchal head. That's what it's about. Radical feminism, its ultimate goal is to replace the male, the authoritative male, and replace him with the matriarchal female. That is the purpose. It was never designed to promote equality among women. That's why you don't see them fighting against something like this situation here that they should obviously be fighting for. They should be like, wait a minute, this is not right. What are you doing? First, this discourages women, biological women, who want to compete in this field. Because the concept is, why box, right? Why box if I know, now that was an example of a swimmer there, but we're talking about boxing here. Why box if I know or suspect that the person that I am going to be boxing with is actually a biological male? Forget about all of the testosterone stuff and all the therapy and all this type of stuff you're supposed to be taking. Why would I want to put myself in such a dangerous position? Why would I want to do that? Okay? It doesn't make sense. So this is going to, and has more than likely, discourage women, biological women, from competing. But radical feminists don't care about that. What they care about is destroying the male. Now you say, how is this? Transgenderism, particularly when it comes to the male, is exactly what radical feminists want. Because if a biological male believes that he is a woman, okay, and then he goes through this transformative therapy to fix his body up to reflect that worldview, to reflect that belief system in his own brain, he's not going to have a desire for women, right? He's not going to have he's not going to have a desire. He's not going to act like a man. He's going to start acting like a woman, a female. Okay? Needless to say, that's going to diminish his biological position and role as a man in society. That's going to diminish the patriarchal head or the patriarchal leadership position and move him out of the way, which is what radical feminists, notice what I said, radical feminists. Nothing wrong with feminism in and of itself, but radical feminism is the problem, and that's what they want. That's why they're silent on issues like this. That's why they push homosexual agenda on males. That's why they push transgenderism on males, because the purpose is to destroy the image of the male. If you feel that you, as a biological male, you believe that you're a female and you're going through all of these changes, getting all this kind of transformative surgery, you're not going to try to be a strong leader. You're not going to try to demonstrate authority in a situation where you should demonstrate authority as a male. You're not going to do that. You're going to act like a woman. You're going to speak like a woman. You're going to start thinking like a woman. You're not going to do it. And that's exactly what radical feminists want. So that's why they're silent. That's why they're not saying anything. They're the ones behind it. They're the ones promoting it. They're the ones pushing it. That's why I suggest to women, do not support the radical feminist movement. They don't care about you. It's not about equal rights for you. They could care less about you. Them women are demonic. They're demonic. Okay, I'm telling you, they're demonic. I'll probably get this video taken down, but their agenda is demonic. Okay, they may have started off at the right foot, but they're going way off the deep end. So that's what I wanted to say about that. This is no surprise, and that's their agenda. That's their agenda. And so that's why they're silent about this very situation. You see, radical feminists believe that marriage and other institutions are designed by men in order to oppress the woman. Okay, it's the oppressor and the oppressed. In this instance, the oppressor is the male and the oppressed is the female. So they believe that they have to destroy the man or the male by any means necessary. That's why they push against the institution of marriage. That's why they strive to destroy marriage. In fact, one particular feminist, I can't remember her name, said we must destroy the institution of marriage. Why? Because they believe that the institution of marriage is created and designed by men, i.e. the oppressor, in order to oppress and limit and constrain and dominate the oppressed, i.e. the woman. So we got to destroy the man in order to destroy the institution of marriage, or destroy the institution of marriage in order to destroy the man. Destroy the institution in order to destroy the man. That's why feminists, radical feminists, hate marriage. That's why they push sexual promiscuity. Okay? Because it's their way of saying, hey, we as women, we are free and we are not going to allow the dictates of a male tell us what to do. So you have women who are radical feminists engaging in all kinds of premarital, all kinds of, sexual escapades, because they see that as an expression of freedom. We're free to do whatever we want to do. Me personally, I don't care what you do. You ain't married to me, so I could care less. I wouldn't want to have nothing to do with you. Do whatever you want to do. You pick up these venereal diseases, if you want to, that's on you. I could care less, because that's when you leave here, it's going to be between you and God that you got to deal with. So I ain't got nothing to do with that. But at the end of the day, this is what they want. Okay? The institution of marriage, they have to destroy it. The image of the man, they have to destroy it, because he's an oppressor in their eyesight. So when you see stuff like this in the boxing commission, I guarantee you, radical feminists are behind it. And let me tell you something else too. A radical feminist doesn't always have to be a female. And I'm trying to be nice about this. Some of these so-called men who don't have any backbone, but I'm just being politically correct by calling them men, although they don't have the backbone of any kind of real male, are some of the very individuals pushing this radical feminism. Now, whether they think that they're doing women a favor or not, I have no clue. But they certainly are not. Because they're certainly hurting the female sports figures. They're certainly hurting them. Let me start ending the video on this, to give you another example of how radical feminism is not about bringing equality to women. They'll say that, but that's not what it is. It's to destroy the male image. That female soccer player with the pink hair, blue hair, pink hair, whatever color. I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. I forget her name. She makes me want to, oh my God, she gets on my nerves. Okay. Where's her voice? I'm pretty sure she knows about this. I'm pretty sure she knows about where's her voice, because it's not about equality. It's not about equality. It's about destroying the image of a man. Okay, it's not about it. It's not about equality. Let me. I promise I'm gonna end the video on this. I promise you. It's crazy, right? You always see, for the most part, biological males wanting to be females competing in female sports to get their up and coming, you know, right? We're gonna win everything. But you never hardly see, that I'm aware of, for the most part, you never hardly see biological females wanting to be men and competing with biological men in men's sports. I mean, I'm pretty sure there may be some, but hardly any compared to the other side. Because they know they will get beat royally. They know that. So they don't, for the most part, even try it. They don't even try it. Why is that? Because they got sense enough to know that biologically, no matter what kind of hormone pills they take, you still ain't a man. A biological man, for the most part, is going to have an advantage over you. Why? Because he was designed by God to be that way. There's a reason for that. There's a purpose behind that. And it isn't about you being inferior or less than. It's about the plan, purpose, and design of God, which radical feminists are trying to destroy. But their day is coming. Because anytime you try to come against something that God ordains, he don't have to do nothing. All God got to do is sit back and fold his arms, so to speak, and let the results show themselves. And you see the results. You see the results. Innocent women going to be hurt and are getting hurt and are being beat on the field by men who are mentally ill, who believe that they're females. And you have a U.S. boxing commission that we don't care. We're going to push it anywhere because they themselves back the radical feminist movement. That's my words on that. Sick and disgusting, but this is what they do. This is what the radical left is doing. Okay? This is what they're doing. They're destroying our country. And I pray and hope that more people will wake up to the radical left, okay, and see what they're doing. So that's my words on it. What do you guys think about this? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. See you again.